Hi everyone, my name is Dawn. Welcome to Only the Veggie Best, where I make mostly whole food, but always plant-based recipes. And today we're gonna make 3 different cheesy recipes using my cheese sauce that I made in a previous video. So if you haven't watched that yet, you might wanna stop and go watch that, or just watch this through and go watch it after. But we're using cheese sauce that I prepared a couple of days ago, and so we can whip through these 3 recipes super fast now because we have the most important ingredient prepped already. Today we're going to be making a shortcut cheesy broccoli casserole, and I call it a shortcut because I have this recipe on my blog, but you make the cheese sauce along with the recipe, where now we already have a cheese sauce prepared, so it'll be a snap to throw it together. We're also going to be making a smoky bacon jalapeno mac and cheese today. It's so delicious. Again, super quick and easy. And the third recipe that we're going to be making is a potatoes au gratin. Did you guys ever have au gratin potatoes? Like when I was a kid, my mom used to make au gratin potatoes, but they came out of a box mix and they were delicious, but these are delicious and they're much healthier for you. So we have a lot of cooking to do, but it's going to be quick because we already have our cheese sauce prepped and I have a bunch of things ready to go behind me. So let's get cooking. We're going to start with the shortcut cheesy broccoli casserole, and it could not be easier. What you're going to need is 2 cups of rice. You can use whatever rice you like. In the recipe on the blog, I use brown rice, but here I had leftover jasmine rice in my refrigerator, so that's what I'm going to be using. And I'm not even sure if this is 2 cups. This is what I had left in a container, so this is what I'm using. A little more, a little less, it doesn't really matter. I also have here steamed broccoli. You can steam it as much or as little as you'd like. This is about 5 to 6 cups of broccoli florets that I just steamed. My family likes their broccoli soft, so I steamed it. It's pretty soft already. I could have probably left it a little less time because it's going to cook in the oven. But even if it's all broken apart in the casserole, it's fine. It tastes delicious mixed in with the rice. So I'm going to add that, but first I'm going to put in my cheese sauce. Now this is cheese sauce that I made the other day. It was pretty firm in the refrigerator in the jar that I had it in. So I took some out and put it in a pot, and I just added some water and I kept stirring. You can whisk it, you can use a fork, a spoon. Just be careful that you don't burn it. I almost burned my smoky one over there, but because I didn't pay attention. Just keep stirring it, and if you need to add a little water to loosen it up, that's fine. That's what I did. I added a little water. So I'm going to add, I don't know, probably about a cup of cheese sauce in here to start. But see how easy this is? If you have cheese sauce cooked, you can make so many different recipes. So remember that even though the rice is cooked, this sauce is going to soak in. So you want more. More is always better when it comes to cheese sauce. I think more is always better. So I would say you're going to add probably about 2 cups because we still have to put the broccoli in. Okay. So we're going to toss that all up. Okay, and now we are just going to add in our broccoli. I'm going to do it just a little bit at a time so that it's easier to stir. This is just, it's so simple, well, especially if you have the cheese sauce made and if you have some leftover rice, and you could even use frozen broccoli. Just use the same amount. Just maybe thaw it out, throw it in the microwave or something before you put it in here. Okay, I'm going to add the rest of my broccoli. So I think I used almost like a full mason jar of the sauce for this. I am getting all of the cheese sauce out because I don't want to waste any of it. You guys, your whole family will love this. I mean, unless you absolutely hate broccoli. But it's so cheesy and creamy. Kids will love it, and it's so simple, and it's all whole food ingredients. So what's better than that? All right, so now I have my oven set to 350 degrees. I have my pan prepared. Now, I try to cook with as little oil as possible, but I did spray this pan a little bit, just a couple of spritzes, and then I took a paper towel and really wiped it around. I don't know if this would really stick, but I don't really want to find out. I don't think using that little bit of oil in pans, is terrible for us. So my camera just stopped because my memory card is full and I'm not sure where my other one is at the moment. So I had to switch over to my phone. So I apologize if the video and the sound are completely different, but I have to keep rolling with it because I'm right in the middle of this. So anyway, I put this in the prepared pan. It's just delicious, you guys. It's so simple and easy. So before I cover it to put it in the oven, I'm just gonna sprinkle on some of this smoked paprika, which is really nice on it. You don't have to, it's just what I like to do. You could put regular paprika, you can put some nutritional yeast, or you can put nothing. You really don't need it. I'm gonna put it in for about 30 minutes. Ooh, there's a big chunk of paprika. And then I'm going to take it out and uncover it probably for another 5 or 10 minutes just to brown the top just a little bit. So there we have it before going into the oven. The next recipe that we're making is the smoky bacon jalapeno mac and cheese. So I cooked up a package of pasta. You can use any pasta you want. This is what I had. I had brown rice penne. We love this. We're not gluten-free, but I do prefer to use gluten-free pastas when possible. And this brand, Tinkyada, is delicious. It doesn't get mushy or gummy. It's really, really good. So I cooked up a package of that, and I'm gonna put that in my bowl. It's been in this pot for a little bit, so it might be a little stuck together. All right, so here is my smoky cheese sauce that I made the other day. Same time I made 2 batches. The same time I made the regular cheese sauce, I made a smoky batch that has just really smoked paprika in it. This is the one that I almost burned over there on the stove. So we're going to start adding some of this batch to this mac and cheese. I guess I can just pour it in. And again, you want to make it as cheesy as you like it, as you and your family like it. It will absorb some into the pasta, so I would always go for more cheese sauce rather than less, but that's just me. And look how easy this is. You just cook up some pasta, or if you have leftover pasta in the fridge, right? So easy. Easy. And you could just eat it like this, you could just microwave this, throw in some peas or broccoli or nothing. I mean, just like this, it's really delicious. But we're just gonna take it up a notch because we already had this sauce prepared. So we just spend a couple minutes. Look at, I'm throwing it in. I kind of burned it onto the bottom a little. Didn't burn, it just started to stick really. But that's okay. Now, I didn't use fresh jalapenos. I used pickled jalapenos that are sold in a jar. I think it's Marzetti brand, and I use the tame ones because I don't like it too spicy. So I have a 1/4 cup of chopped up jalapenos from the jar, but you could certainly use fresh ones if you'd like. And then I also took 3 tablespoons of the liquid from the jar, and I'm going to add that right in just to really give it that flavor. And these are not hot. That's why I like them. They're not that hot. I think they're called mild. So now the next thing I'm going to add is this tempeh. This is a tempeh that's called Fake and Bacon by Light Life. And tempeh is a fermented soy product. It's really good for your your gut flora, your digestive system. It's just like kombucha or sauerkraut. The fermented foods are good for you. But anyway, you can leave this out. You can use any kind of bacon. Like I said in another video, I love benevolent bacon. That's really good. That'd be really good in here. But this is what I had today in the fridge, so that's what's going in. And that's it. It's all mixed together. Again, I have a pan here that I sprayed a little spray in, and I don't even think I took the paper towel yet. Okay, and I'm just going to, so I kind of just do this after I do a couple spritzes just to make sure everything is covered, but it really just takes off most of it and just leaves this little tiny bit of oil. All right, and I'm gonna add this in to my dish. So quick and easy, right? And with the tempeh, I actually put it in my air fryer. I used about half a package. Sorry, I didn't tell you how much I used. I used half of a package, and I put it in my air fryer for about 10 minutes, just to crisp it up a little. Just watch the tempeh though, because if it gets burnt, it does taste a little bitter. So you don't want that. All right, and then you know I have to scrape out all that cheese sauce. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I'm having this for dinner. Okay, and now to top it off, literally, I put in here a cup of plain breadcrumbs. You can use whatever breadcrumbs you like. You can leave it off. Then I also put in 2 tablespoons of this vegan Parmesan. This is from Sister River Foods. It is so good. They sent me some samples. Thank you, Sister River Foods. And it's really, really good, you guys. So I put some of that, I put 2 tablespoons of that in with the breadcrumbs. And then they also sent me this little sample pack here of better than bacon flavor. So I put a tablespoon of that in here too. And this is gonna get sprinkled over the top. So let's do this. It's like gourmet mac and cheese that you could get at a restaurant, right? And spend a lot of money. Not with this, and it's all whole food, no oil, nothing bad in it, only good stuff. So that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the oven at 350 also, probably about 20 minutes as well, and then take off the top for about 5 or 10 minutes just to brown this up. Okay, it's time for our third and final recipe for today's cheesy recipes. We're going to make potatoes au gratin. Basically what they are thinly sliced potatoes in a dish with a sauce that contains cheese. So I think this fits the bill. So what I've done is I took my mandolin and I used the 1/8 setting, and I sliced my potatoes very thinly. I'm just going to do one more potato. Now please make sure you use the guard. These things are so sharp. If you do not have a mandolin, you can definitely just thinly slice your potatoes with a knife. That's fine. These things just make life so much easier. And all your pieces are uniform for the most part. See how easy that is? Okay. So this is about, I think I did like 6 potatoes, but I mean, it totally depends on the size of your potatoes and what size dish you want to use. I don't even know if I'm going to use all these because I don't have a very big dish, and this is the amount of cheese sauce I have. And you want to have enough sauce so that they're covered. So I'm going to start by, it's okay, there's a few lumps in here because I didn't really heat it that well, but they'll loosen up once they go in the oven. Kind of like a lasagna, you're going to start by putting a little bit, and then you just want to layer your potatoes in here. I just kind of overlap them. And you don't want them too thick because they won't really cook well. So like I said, I used the 1/8 and that seems to work really nicely. Next I am going to add, which you don't have to, I'm going to add some of this vegan Parm because why not? cheese sauce. Gotta cover them up. So I'm gonna go continue layer by layer. Okay, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of paprika on the top of this. This is not smoked though, this is just regular paprika. And you notice how all of the potatoes are covered with the sauce. You want that to make sure that they cook well. And this one's gonna take a little longer because these potatoes are raw. So we're gonna cover this and we're gonna bake it about 45 minutes. Oh, and I think I'm just gonna put a little more of this Parma on top because why not? There you have it. What'd you think? Isn't that crazy? 3 recipes out of the same cheese sauce. And we did it quickly because we had the cheese sauce prepped already. Super easy. It gives me no excuse to not eat healthy and to feed my family healthy foods. Today we were able to make the shortcut cheesy broccoli rice casserole. We made the smoky bacon jalapeno mac and cheese, and we made potatoes au gratin. I hope that I've inspired you to try some of these recipes. Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And I hope that you have a great week. Please remember, your body deserves real food. I will see you in the next video.